Hello. Just a sec. Let me set this. Okay, great. I hope you can hear me. I was having some technical difficulties just now. I I practically did not add myself to the stream, and I thought, what's happening that I can't hear myself. Just let me set things up. I'm so sorry. Let me set things up. I'm so sorry. Okay. Okay, great. Let me see this. Let me share my screen. Just a sec. Let me share my screen. Share screen. Okay, everything is. Just a sec. I'm so sorry. Okay, great. Thank you for joining me on the Traders Talk. I have this every Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. And my name is Meng Hon. If you have not joined me before this, I'm very happy that you are able to join me today. And today I'm basically going to share with you uh, how to actually set up S&P 500 business. And basically what this S&P 500 is, it is actually the top 500 companies in the United States. Yeah, I mean companies like Apple, Microsoft, Facebook. All these are big companies which are basically listed on the U.S. stock exchange, and and basically it is very difficult for ordinary person to actually set up such kind of a business which generate the kind of returns which they generate. But of course, there is always a way to do it, and today I'm going to share with you how you're actually going to do that. Yeah. And as usual, basically, if before I actually start to go into the topic, I just like to share with you some of the latest latest news or latest trend, or sometimes about myself, about my life, how we actually go through things. And the recent thing that has actually happened is about this this COVID, right? COVID, and I also forgot how long we are actually stuck at home in the lockdown. Probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 weeks at least. Yeah. So I mean, one thing which you read in the newspaper every day is about people getting vaccinated. Yeah, people getting vaccinated, and and uh, and when they get vaccinated, I did my vaccination maybe about almost a month ago. Yeah, and there are a lot of news nowadays that the vaccine centers are actually doing empty jabs. Yeah, shooting blank jabs. We see on the WhatsApp, people have been forwarding that the nurses or the people who are administrating the jabs are actually putting in blank jabs. Yeah. So of course this is something which are very scary. I mean, for you, you thought that you go there and you get vaccinated, but at the end of the day, you are actually getting blanks. So please be careful. Please be careful. I don't know how true is that, but you need to put in some precautions just in case that they are putting blanks in you and you thought you are safe from this virus, but in actual fact, it is just a placebo where you think you have a jab, but in actual, you probably didn't have a jab. Yeah, and this thing also relates to a lot of people where they think that they are doing okay. I mean, for example, uh, uh, if people are actually working, they think that they are actually doing okay, that they have a job, that the company is big and they are actually secure. Yeah, they have a secure future in working in the company. But of course, this might be also I would say you might be also shooting blanks. That at the end, maybe that is something which you think it is okay, but at the end of the day, it might not be okay for you. Yeah, because as you know, a lot of people also lost their jobs during this time. Yeah, and of course, once they lost their job, basically they will fall into financial difficulty, how they actually manage to generate the income to support the family. Yeah, and all these things comes into the picture, which you think it is okay, but at the end of the day, you are not you're not secure, I would say. Yeah. Or other things like, for example, if you have children, if your children are actually studying and they're really hardworking, that they study every day, many hours they study, but at the end when they actually get their results, they don't get good results. And of course, it's not that they are not putting effort in it, but they are basically working on the wrong things. They are shooting blanks. They are doing actually the wrong thing. They are not having a strategy or not having a study target where they focus on certain areas, maybe by doing Q&As and all this, instead of just trying to memorize everything. Yeah, which is most of the time very difficult to memorize. In fact, I also did quite badly during my study time. Yeah, that's why I ended up to become an accountant. You see, I mean, and of course, the accountant, normally this is the, I would say this is the last last job lah. I would say people who wants to become an accountant are basically people who are very lousy studying, because if you are good in studying, you end up as a probably as a doctor, as a lawyer, or probably as an engineer. Yeah, because my ambition was actually to become an engineer. Yeah, if not a pilot. Yeah, but of course, because I failed my maths, I failed my maths. I was not able to actually go into science stream, and as a result of that, I ended up being an accountant. Yeah, but I mean, that's it. I mean, yeah. So basically, whatever you are doing, make sure you are actually working on the right thing, and you are not basically just doing something which you think every day is okay, but at the end of the day you find out that it is not okay. Yeah. So the same thing for myself. I've been working for about more than 20 years right now. And of course, it's not that I'm not doing great at work. I'm actually doing very, very good at work. But I find that that is not really a full path that you can actually get what you want at the end of the day. Yeah. So that's why on top of working, I'm trying to actually find other ways to actually generate income, so that I can have more security, and I can also give better things to my family. Yeah. So what I want to move on is here, how to set up a S&P 500 business in less than a month, even if you don't have any knowledge on business. Yeah. And if you look at this chart, right? If you look at this chart is actually on S&P 500 net profit margins. And this basically shows what the big companies in the States, what they actually make every year. I think here you can see for the past 3 or 4 years, you can see that on average, I would say the largest companies in S&P generate a net profit of about 10% a year, about 10% a year. Yeah. Sometimes they are even lower than 10%. So if you look at those big companies, it's not that they are actually making a lot of profit, yeah, in terms of percentage of their turnover. Yeah. So at the end of the day, they have few thousands people, or if you add up all the 500 companies, maybe millions of people. At the end, the companies which they work at only generates a return of 10%. So the next question for me is that if all these companies are only generating 10% profits a year, yeah, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it to actually run a business, which basically you need to take care of things like in a traditional business lah, yeah, you need to actually take care on things like products. Yeah, you need to actually have a product, and then on top of that, you need to actually have a group of employees that you need to take care. I'm talking about the owners lah, yeah, the owners. And then you can go into a production or a service. Production means that you manufacture products, and of course, if it is services, means that you provide a service. Yeah. And then the other things like overhead, rental, electricity, and then things like cleaners, the basic thing, cleaners and all these kind of things also comes into picture, which works on to what a traditional business needs. And then the next thing is customers. Yeah, don't forget, for any business, you need to have customers. You need to continuously get new customers, and on top of that, maintain your existing customers. Yeah. So this is a very difficult thing to do for many organizations, because new competitors will actually come in. Yeah. And of course, when new competitors comes in, they will actually take your business away. Yeah, they'll take your business away, and you got to find ways to actually entice them to come back to your business. Maybe certain people just lower their price, and of course, when they lower their price, the profit which they generate will even go down lower. Yeah. So that is some of the things traditional business would actually need to address. And then the next one is actually capital. Yeah, you need to actually have capital to actually do this business, and in fact, you need to have a lot of capital. So during my younger days my younger days, I'm not that young. Yeah, during my younger days, I always think of what business I can do what business I can actually get involved in. And in fact, in the past, I tried to actually do a food business. Yeah, I tried to actually do on before all this Grab and all these things comes in. Yeah, I mean, me and some of my friends were trying to actually get into food business. We tested on food. Mainly, I think that time we tried to do the dessert business. We tried to do some type of food dessert. We cook some things. We need to do all this testing. At the end of the day, we noticed that it is too difficult. It is too difficult to start this, and as a result, we did not proceed on further. Yeah, so everybody continued to work on the normal job, including myself. Yeah, so now even a lot of people still thinks how they can actually go online. Yeah, how they can actually go online, how they can actually go into e-commerce, how they can actually do drop shipping and all these type of things. Yeah, and of course, if you do the traditional business, you need to actually take care of all these things which I have actually mentioned: product, employees, production, services, overhead, customers, capital, which will basically end of the day might only generate you 10% return from your capital for all these efforts. Yeah, for all these efforts, and it will give you a lot of stress. A lot of stress. You need to spend a lot of time, and of course, if you fail, all your capital will be gone. Yeah, so that is basically the problems and the risk of getting into a traditional business. So in recent years, I mean, I have thought of what to do, like, yeah. So instead of going into a business, a traditional business, what I did was I started to have myself a trading business, a trading. These are not the trading that are sell goods, okay? These are not trading to sell goods. These are actually trading in the stock market, yeah, trading in the stock market. And and of course, you ask, how do you start up this business? A lot of people treat this as just a pure trading. And of course, if you just treat this as a pure trading, you generate some kind of income here and there, on and off. Maybe you follow some stock tips and all this. This kind of trading, to me, is actually not a sustainable thing. Yeah, you can earn a lot of money one time, you can not earn the money for a long time, or you can even lose money. So for myself, when I actually started to evaluate whether I want to do a traditional business or I actually want to learn being a trader in the stock market, I actually really went deep into it. I really went deep into it. Basically, I needed to actually get the skills, basically get the skills to become a trader. And in fact, one of the things which I found out is that when before I started to become a trader, I thought it is actually very difficult. I thought to myself, I mean, if it is so easy, there would probably be a lot of people who are actually doing this to make money. Yeah, and the thing is that I found out the other side of it. Yeah, in actual fact, it is very easy. In actual fact, it is very easy. In fact, if you talk about learning to trade, yeah, um, you can actually pick up trading. In less than a month. Of course, if you want to be good in it, you actually need to focus a little bit to learn some techniques and all this. And that also, you would not take you more than 6 months to basically master it to a level where you can actually start to see results. Yeah, you can actually start to see results. Yeah. So what happened, of course, for me is that I started to learn about trading. Yeah, and the good thing which I found out in trading is that you don't need to actually worry about product. You don't need to sell anything. Yeah, because a lot of the times people don't like to sell. Yeah, I also don't like to sell. Yeah, so you don't need to worry about selling because the stock market is always there. Yeah, every day the stock market is there. So basically, to you, if you treat it as the trading as a business, the customers will always be there because you can always buy or sell stocks and whatever you trade in the markets. Yeah, and the other thing is you don't need to have employees. I don't have any employees. Yeah, I don't need to worry about hiring people to do marketing. I don't need to worry about hiring people to take care of uh, my uh, my staff or do all these sales and all these kind of things. Yeah, so you don't have any employees. You are basically the employee. Yeah, you are basically the employee. And then the other things is you are not producing any products or you're not producing any services, so you don't need to worry whether you have the know-how. Remember earlier I was talking about trying to do the food business where we were testing on all these desserts. You don't even need to test anything. Yeah, you don't need to even create anything. All the products that you trade is already on the market. You just need to trade it. Yeah, and then the next thing is, of course, overheads. I don't have to worry about rental. I don't need to worry about paying utilities because what I need is just basically either a handphone or a laptop. Yeah, and internet connection. Yeah, and today you can even get internet connection for free. You don't even need to have an internet connection at your house. You can even just go to a cafe and just stay there and use their internet and use their facilities, use their aircon. Yeah, and just trade there. In fact, one of the reason why I started to be curious on trading is because I when I go to the shopping complexes at any time lah. Sometimes I go there at 3 or 4 o'clock. Don't ask me why I go there at 3 or 4 during working hours. Sometimes I go there during 3 or 4, yeah, because I had a late lunch. I just drop by the shopping complex and I see in these restaurants, especially in Starbucks, there are a lot of all these young people. There are a lot of all these young people, and one day I was curious, what were they doing? They are just on their laptops with some friends hanging out there at 3 or 4 o'clock. Yeah. And then one day I was actually curious. I wanted to see what are these people doing. I wanted to actually approach this young gentleman and ask, boy, what are you doing here, and why are you a student, or what are you doing here? So I did not have the courage to actually speak to them, but I just sat beside them, and then I just pick and see what they are doing. And I noticed basically they have some charts and all these kind of things. So I know that they are basically trading the markets lah. I'm not sure whether it is forex or whether it is the stock market or what. So but they have charts, and basically from my limited knowledge, while I was working in the investment bank, I know that those are the charts for stocks or for forex. Those are the candlestick charts, you see. So these guys are actually trading, and they are only very young. And me being a 40-year-old, still working very hard, and I see these young guys are starting to trade the markets, and basically they just set shop at the restaurants and all this, and they are there 3 or 4, very happy, no stress. Yeah. So then I started to research further about this trading, and that's where I started to become more in touch with trading. And at the end of the day, I started myself a trading business. Yeah. And I actually started to trade a lot of things. Yeah, I started to trade. The first thing I started to learn to trade is I started to trade on forex. Yeah, I started to trade on forex, and then subsequently, I moved into I continued to develop my skills. Yeah, I moved to do investments. I started to learn about investments. I started to learn about valuing companies. I started to develop skills to see what are good companies, what are bad companies, what do they do, and all these kind of things. Then subsequent to that, I started to trade stocks. I started to trade on stocks. Yeah. And then that was not the end. I continued my trading journey where I started to trade options. Options is the derivative from the stocks. Yeah, I started to actually trade options, and in between that, I also started to take on more skills so that I can actually be good in it. Yeah, and at the end, I became very good in actually trading options. Yeah, trading options, and basically this is what I do nowadays. I actually trade the stock market using options, and of course, the good thing about trading options is that um, you or even trading in general, like you don't need a lot of capital to actually start. Yeah, as compared to if you are going to start a business, any business you might a decent one, I would say a decent one, which could basically make you 30 or 40,000 ringgit a month. Technically, you should at least need 4 or 500,000 capital. Yeah, and of course, if you saw what I saw just now, most companies only generate 10% net profit of their turnover. We're not even talking about their how much they need to actually put into to start the business. Yeah, and all the long list of things that they need to take care. So in terms of capital, trading is a very good start for anybody who wants to actually generate income. They can start anywhere they are. Yeah. And of course, the other thing is I can do it anywhere. Like I said, you can do it in Starbucks, your house, whatever. Even if you are right now working, or even you existingly have already a business, yeah, this can actually be another business which you set up, and from there generate additional income. Because if you know about trading, or even if you know about the good traders out there, basically we don't spend a lot of time to as opposed to people who run this as a fund manager. They are basically full-time doing this, but us as traders, we technically don't spend a lot of time doing it. And of course, if you're talking about like trading, where you generate few $1,000s a month, you are talking about not spending 30 30 minutes a day. In fact, the one of the strategies which I will go through after this, I don't spend more than 30 minutes a month to generate income consistently on a monthly basis. Yeah. So then the next thing, of course, is that you might ask is how much returns can you actually generate from trading? As I said just now, the best companies make 10% a year. The best companies make 10% a year. And if you look at this, basically this is the what the S&P 500 makes in 2020, the market returns. This I'm talking about the market returns. Yeah, that means the market returns for S&P 500 is about 18.4%. 18.4%. If you just buy the market, basically buy the index, which is going through the S&P 500 index, which is SPY ETF. You can just buy on January 2020, and at the end of the year 2020 December 31st December, you get 18.4% return. And this is basically what I said, that if you know how to trade the market, you practically don't need a lot of effort as compared to the businesses that forms this market, that they need to have thousands of people, and at the end of the day they generate a return of average 10%. Whereas you yourself, if you get into a trading business, or even if I say you invest, you just do it as a side to whatever you are doing. you can easily generate 18.4% return, yeah, by just involving yourself to the stock market. And the other thing I want to actually show you is this, yeah. You can see here, let me see this. You can see here what this thing on the chart here is showing. Let me get this. Okay, what this is the funds. Then we are talking about funds. The big funds in the US, only 40% of them, beat the market. That means the large institutional fund, the big banks, maybe JP Morgan or Goldman Sachs, those people who actually set up the fund management business where they ask you to put money to them. Yeah, these are professionals. These are professionals which ask you, give me your money, I'll invest all your money for you. Yeah. So the best fund manager of large cap funds, their performance in 2020, only 40% of them perform better than 18.4%, meaning 60% underperform the market. So if you are relying on the professionals to invest your money, that means 60% of the chance you will be worse off than the market. That means 60% of the chance, if you put money on professionals, you will lose 60% of the time, compared to you yourself putting money in the stock market. Just S&P itself, you will already get the market returns of 18% last year. If you go even back to the earlier years, we are talking about at least 10% return on average, yeah, which basically again mirrors the S&P 500 large companies net profit. And this is basically you, a solo person doing the business, trading the stock market, just using one instrument here. You can already mirror what income, net profit you generate from big companies. Yeah. So of course, then you ask, if you become a trader, and if you actually set this up as a business, what kind of returns do you actually expect? Of course, for us traders, we the minimum we actually expect is that we want to beat the market. Yeah. And if you look at this, basically, what I have actually done is that I have actually accumulated all my knowledge over the years to actually come out with a framework. And this framework is what I call an income generation secrets framework. And why I call this an income generation is because I use it to generate income, and not to speculate on anything. The objective is to generate a consistent income on the monthly basis. And last year during the pandemic, I actually started to actually set up a new portfolio using this strategy, and I wanted to see how far this strategy can go. And then I started this portfolio in August last year. And from August until December, using this strategy, basically the returns which I generated using this income generation secrets framework was 27%. 27% in 5 months. And if you look at, if you remember the previous charts, we were talking about the market doing 18.4% last year. Full year, 12 months, they were doing 18.4%. And the framework which I tested and I formulated did 27%. Yeah, did 27% last year, only for 5 months, because I started this testing and implementing this portfolio only in August. Yeah, and until June this year. Basically the portfolio, that means from August last year till June, the same portfolio which I used the framework was actually generating a return of about 56%. That means within 11 months, uh, we use this framework to actually generate 56% returns within 11 months. So again, if you compare what we can do as traders as opposed to what the big companies do as a business, you're talking about comparing 50 over percent to 10% return. Yeah. And again, if you compare to the general market performance, which is tracked mainly using the S&P 500, we are talking about comparing 56% return, although it's 11 months. I'll give a discount. The 1 month I don't need. You're comparing 56% to return a market return of 18.4%. Yeah. So basically, as a trader, and if you know basically the strategies and techniques to use, you can actually outperform the market and the business a lot of times, and you don't need to actually go through the hassle of trying to figure out to set up a new business, and if for me, if I have some cash, I would rather put it as capital to generate this kind of returns as compared to starting a business or getting involved in selling stuff and all these kind of things. Yeah. And if you are having the money and if you are not um, uh, managing it yourself, if you put it to other people to manage, 60% of the time they will do worse than the market. These are all proven. Yeah, 60% of the time they will do worse than the market. And if you're putting your money in fixed deposits, basically you're talking about generating 2% a year. And if you are doing trading, you're learning how to trade as a business. Basically, you are talking about generating up to 28 times the FD rates. I think in this year, within the first 6 months, the portfolio also generated a return of 22%, which is about 11 times better than the fixed deposit rates. So these are the things which a lot of people don't know. And a lot of people think that it is actually very difficult to generate this kind of return, and they need special skills or superpowers. I can tell you frankly, you don't need that, because I personally have actually gone through this, and a lot of other people have also gone through this. And for those who research further how they can actually do this and how they can actually learn, this is something which is very worthwhile for them for sure. Yeah. And this is basically my guarantee to you. I mean, yeah. And the good thing is that the things which I implement myself, I am actually coming out to teach them to people. Yeah, because I want more people to actually learn how to trade. Of course, the trading is not the objective. Basically, it is only a vehicle. Trading is only a vehicle for you to reach your goals. And of course, what are the things that are outcome coming out of trading is income lah. Yeah, income. You can actually generate income and create an income source for you by trading the stock market. And in particular, the tool which I use is actually using options. Because if you say the stock itself is like a gun. And of course, if you say then options is like a bazooka or a cannon. Yeah, it is actually more powerful. It's actually more potent. And of course, income which you profits which you can generate out from options is actually much higher. Yeah. So I will be actually launching this income generation secrets framework on 1st of August. It's just a week end of this week, which is Sunday. Yeah. And basically what this income generation secret is that it is actually the tool which I personally use to generate that kind of returns, which are better than the market returns. Yeah, returns as good as a big business, but you don't need to actually have all the tools and all the headache to actually set up this income generation workhorse. Yeah, and basically this framework, I will basically teach you how to actually do that in a very structured and simple manner. So it will be launched on 1st of August. The launch time is 2:30. It's 2:30. So for those who are actually interested to learn more about this, how to generate income through the stock market, this is basically the time where you need to actually spend to look into this further. And if you register at the link there is actually a link here. If you register at the link here, if you register at the link here, uh, I will actually send you again the notification where the launch will be, how it will be launched, and give you some information. And for those who register with the link here today, yeah, I will be giving some special bonuses and gift to you during the launch date on coming Sunday. Yeah, there is going to be something great, and I will also share with you a bit more on the strategy which I use, so that it can benefit you in one way or another. Yeah. So put in your diary this Sunday, register on the link, and I will see you at the launch. And I hope that you'll be there, so that you can actually get more information in on basically what I do, and how this trading has actually helped me benefit financially. Yeah. So I think that is all for today. That's all for today. And in fact, if you if you look at my Facebook page, if you look at my Facebook page, uh, this is the link. And if you look at my Facebook page, you can actually get more information and to see basically what I do as a trader. And at the same time, for a limited time, only until this Sunday, only until this Sunday, for those people who subscribe or put their name in my newsletter. I write a newsletter every week. I write a newsletter every week, and this newsletter is currently free. And for those who subscribe or put their email on the newsletter page, which is basically here, I will continue to deliver this newsletter to them for free. Because after I launch this income generation secret framework, I'm going to turn this newsletter into a paid subscription. I'm going to turn this newsletter into a paid subscription, where you need to actually pay in order to access the newsletter. And of course, there are why I'm actually turning it into a paid newsletter is because the information which I give out in this newsletter is actually very valuable. It's very valuable because those are all the things which I have actually learned about trading over the past years. And I also talk about markets, the markets. Sometimes I do some analysis on the markets and all, which basically I will share through the newsletter. Yeah. So for those who join this, subscribe to this newsletter, they can actually get it for free. And of course, after I launch this income generation secrets on 1st of August, I will turn it into a paid one. So for those who are listening, please go and get this for free. Follow my Facebook page, and of course, if you want your friends to also enjoy this benefit, please share with them this traders talk, and also my Facebook page, so that they would also they also get all these things known to them, and they can also access this for free. And the thing is, they can also join on this 1st of August. They can put their registration of interest, and I will notify all of them when this launch is done. Yeah. So I think that's all today. Today is a bit short one. Uh, because of some technical problems earlier. I just changed my laptop, so there was some technical problems. So I will end this earlier today, and maybe next week I would also go through maybe some technical learnings to actually uh, teach you more about some trading strategies which I use in my trading business. So till next week, remember same time, 7:30 on Tuesday. Yeah. So till next week, I will see you again on Traders Talk. Yeah. Thanks for joining me today, and I wish you a very good night. Bye bye.